Fox News says it's parted company with Tucker Carlson, one of its most popular and controversial presenters. A statement said Mr. Carlson had made his last appearance on the network already.
Minutes ago, Tucker Carlson was suddenly off the air, sparking a frenzy of questions. In the ruthless arena of TV news, where drama is king and ratings reign supreme, even prominent figures like Carlson can abruptly vanish from Fox News. What hidden dramas unfold behind the scenes, leading to these unexpected exits? Let us dive deep into the shocking event that pushed Tucker Carlson out of the spotlight. Exposing the true story. In the fast-paced world of television news, where high ratings are everything and controversy draws viewers, even the most experienced news anchors can find themselves on shaky ground. This is especially true at Fox News, where a career can quickly swing from success to scandal. From on-air mistakes to personal issues behind the scenes, the channel's biggest names have been let go without warning, leaving viewers confused and wondering what really happened. What's going on behind the scenes that leads to these sudden career endings? And what secrets might they be hiding as they walk away? Let's dive into why Fox News abruptly fired one of their own after a major event. As the studio lights dimmed, the empty anchor chair hinted at a scandal brewing, one that could shake the network to its core. The story starts with Tucker Carlson, who was born on May 16, 1969, in San Francisco, California. He's the eldest son of Lisa McNear, an artist, and Dick Carlson, a journalist who went on to have a long and adventurous career. Dick held several prominent roles, including being the director of Voice of America, the president of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and even the U.S. ambassador to the Seychelles. Tucker's younger brother, Buckley, who was born 2 years later, has also worked in communications and politics for the Republican Party. Tucker's father's early life had its own challenges. Richard Boynton and Dorothy Anderson, Tucker's paternal grandparents, were teenagers when they placed his father in an orphanage. His father was later adopted by a wealthy couple in New England, where one of the adoptive parents worked for the oldest tannery in America. Tucker's mother's family also has deep roots, including ties to Henry Miller, the so-called cattle king, and a Swiss immigrant named Caesar Lombardi. Tucker's connections even extend to Massachusetts politicians, showing a long family history. Tucker's parents divorced when he was just 6 years old, a time that may have shaped his future path into journalism. After the split, Tucker's father got custody of him and his brother, while their mother left for France and never came back. Soon after, his father moved the family to La Jolla, San Diego, where Tucker grew up attending La Jolla Country Day School. His father owned homes in several places, including Nevada, Vermont, and even on islands in Maine and Nova Scotia. When Tucker's father ran for mayor of San Diego in 1984, he lost the race. In 1979, Tucker's father remarried Patricia Swanson, an heiress to the Swanson food empire. Though the family had sold their company to Campbell's Soup in the mid-1950s, Patricia remained part of the wealthy family. She became Tucker's stepmother, and his father adopted both Tucker and his brother. Tucker's early school years weren't smooth either. He briefly attended a boarding school in Switzerland, but got expelled. After that, he finished high school at St. George's School in Rhode Island, where he started dating Susan Andrews, the headmaster's daughter. Tucker went on to college at Trinity College in Connecticut, earning a degree in history in 1991. During his college years, he was known for being part of the Dan White Society, a joke group named after the man who assassinated San Francisco's Mayor George Moscone and Harvey Milk. After college, he applied to join the CIA, but was rejected. Instead, he followed his father's advice and went into journalism, where, as his father put it, anyone could succeed. Next, we look at Tucker Carlson's journey through the ups and downs of media. The unseen battles of cable news giants. Tucker Carlson's career is a clear example of the ups and downs in the world of journalism and television. He started by fact-checking for Policy Review, a conservative publication that was originally run by the Heritage Foundation and later by the Hoover Institution. After that, he wrote opinion pieces for the Arkansas Democrat Gazette in Little Rock, Arkansas, and eventually joined the Weekly Standard magazine in 1965. Andrew Ferguson, A senior editor at the magazine saw Carlson's talent, saying he was one of the most gifted writers to join their team. Carlson was eager to work there, partly to avoid any negative association with the American Spectator. In 1999, Carlson interviewed then-Governor George W. Bush for Talk magazine. During that interview, Bush mocked Carla Faye Tucker, a woman who had been executed in Texas while Bush was governor. Bush's harsh words and use of profanity stirred up a lot of negative attention from the media, which hurt his presidential campaign in the year 2000. Despite this, Democrats appreciated Carlson's detailed reporting, with political consultant Bob Shrum even praising the piece. Carlson's writing continued to thrive, and he contributed to well-known outlets like New York Magazine, Reader's Digest, Esquire, Slate, The Weekly Standard, The New Republic, The New York Times Magazine, The Daily Beast, and The Wall Street Journal. John F. Harris from Politico later remarked on how influential Carlson had become in intellectual circles. While reporting a story on the Taliban for New York, Carlson and his father survived a plane crash while landing in Dubai on October 17, 2001. In 2003, his profile for Esquire about a trip to Liberia with Reverend Al Sharpton and other civil rights activists earned him a nomination for the National Magazine Awards. When Carlson transitioned to television, a new chapter began. He joined Fox News in 2009 as a contributor and eventually became a primetime anchor in 2016, hosting Tucker Carlson Tonight. The show quickly became a top-rated program in its time slot. Carlson's straightforward approach and willingness to challenge popular opinions caused a lot of debates and controversy. Some accused him of promoting white nationalist ideas and spreading misinformation about the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2020 election. However, despite these controversies, his popularity remained strong. Then, in April 2023, Carlson's time at Fox News came to a sudden end after the network reached a massive settlement with Dominion Voting Systems. This departure led to rumors about why he left and raised questions about the future of Fox News's primetime schedule. Bill O'Reilly, another major figure at Fox, had a similar experience. For over 20 years, O'Reilly's show, The O'Reilly Factor, dominated the ratings, known for its tough interviews and the famous "no spin zone" catchphrase. Despite his success, O'Reilly's career was clouded by scandals, including multiple claims of harassment. Things came to a head in April 2017, when the New York Times revealed that settlements totaling $13 million had been made over these accusations. This led to O'Reilly's eventual departure from Fox News. The backlash from sponsors against the O'Reilly Factor resulted in a major loss of advertising support, putting a lot of pressure on Fox News. At first, the network stood by their top host, but by the end of the month, they had no choice but to part ways with O'Reilly. His exit was a big turning point for Fox News and showed how much influence the Me Too movement was gaining in exposing powerful men for their wrongdoings. Now, we see how Fox News changed after Roger Ailes left. The tumultuous rise and fall at Fox News. Before this, the fall of Roger Ailes, Fox News' original CEO, sent shockwaves through the media world and marked a big shift for the network. Ailes had been a key figure in Republican media, launching Fox News in 1996 with Rupert Murdoch's help. Under Ailes' guidance, the network grew to be a leader in conservative media, always topping the ratings and playing a big role in Republican politics. He was known for being tough and had a talent for spotting new stars, helping people like Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity rise to fame. But everything changed in July 2016 when former anchor Gretchen Carlson accused him of sexual harassment. This led to other women, including well-known anchor Megyn Kelly, coming forward with similar claims. Even though the Murdoch family initially supported Ailes, he was forced to resign just 2 weeks after the lawsuit was filed. Ailes left with $40 million, but his reputation was severely hurt. But this wasn't the worst part. Ailes' resignation exposed a broader pattern of harassment and intimidation at Fox News, leading to more resignations and legal cases. Less than a year later, in May 2017, Ailes passed away, leaving behind a legacy stained by his actions, despite his earlier successes in the media world. Megyn Kelly's departure from Fox News, though not as scandalous, still marked a big change for both the network and Kelly. She joined Fox in 2004 as a legal correspondent and quickly moved up the ranks. By 2013, she had her own primetime show, The Kelly File, which became the second most-watched cable news show. Kelly gained even more attention during the 2016 presidential race when she challenged Donald Trump on his treatment of women during a debate. This boosted her reputation as a tough interviewer, but also led to a public feud with Trump that lasted throughout the campaign. In January 2017, Kelly surprised many by leaving Fox for NBC News, a huge loss for Fox and a win for NBC. However, her time at NBC didn't go smoothly. Her Sunday news show struggled to find an audience, and her move to morning TV was overshadowed by controversial remarks she made about Halloween costumes and blackface. Glenn Beck's time at Fox News was brief but impactful, driven by strong ratings and his increasingly controversial statements. Beck joined Fox in 2009 after a stint at CNN, bringing with him a loyal fan base and a taste for conspiracy theories. His show quickly became popular, drawing in over 2 million viewers each night. Known for his emotional style and use of props like chalkboards, Beck's show often veered into controversial territory. He once claimed that President Obama had a deep-seated hatred for white people, causing many advertisers to pull their support. His chalkboard segments often connected events and people in ways that were seen as extreme and confusing. As his commentary became more controversial, Fox News executives worried about the effect it was having on the network's image. In April 2011, it was announced that Beck would be leaving his daily show. Though it was presented as a mutual decision, reports suggested Fox was eager to distance itself from Beck's divisive views. But there was more trouble ahead for Fox News. Ed Henry, another prominent figure at the network, faced his own abrupt exit in 2020. His departure was just one more in a series of high-profile exits that highlighted ongoing problems within the company. Let's uncover the stories of those who quickly rose and fell at Fox News. High stakes and high falls. Henry's time at Fox News is a good example of how things can change quickly when accusations surface. He joined the network in 2011 after working for 7 years at CNN. Henry first worked as the chief correspondent at the White House and later became a co-anchor on the morning show America's Newsroom, which ran for 3 hours. The first sign of trouble came in 2016 when he took a short break after news of an affair. But the real issue happened in 2020, when a former colleague filed a lawsuit accusing him of inappropriate behavior. Fox News investigated the claim and found it serious enough to fire him in July of that year. They acted quickly, probably because they didn't want more criticism about how they handled similar situations in the past. Eric Bolling faced a similar situation in 2017. He had been with Fox News since 2007 and was known for his expertise in finance and his conservative views. Bolling co-hosted The Five and started a new show called The Specialists in May 2017. However, just a few months later, allegations surfaced that he had sent inappropriate images to several colleagues. Bolling denied the claims and even sued the reporter who published the story. Still, after an internal investigation, Fox News decided to part ways with him in September. Bolling later said he was fired, although he had denied the accusations throughout. But that wasn't the only instance where controversy led to an exit. Lara Logan also had her time cut short at Fox News after she made a highly controversial comment in November 2021. Logan, who joined the network in 2019 after working with CBS News on 60 Minutes, compared Dr. Anthony Fauci to a Nazi doctor. The comment drew immediate backlash from Holocaust survivors and Jewish groups. Fox News quickly distanced itself from Logan, and by January 2022, she was no longer with the network. It's unclear whether she was fired or if her contract simply wasn't renewed. Lou Dobbs, another longtime news veteran, also faced a sudden end to his time at Fox Business Network in 2021. Dobbs had joined Fox in 2011 after leaving CNN and had built a large conservative following with his show, Lou Dobbs Tonight. However, things took a turn after the 2020 election when he promoted false claims about election fraud. In December 2020, a voting technology company sued both Dobbs and Fox News, accusing them of spreading lies. Although Dobbs had a strong fan base, the network quickly canceled his show in February 2021. While they said it was due to changes in their programming, many believed it was to avoid more legal trouble. First, there's Judge Jeanine Pirro. Pirro, a former prosecutor and judge, joined Fox News in 2006. She became popular for her strong conservative opinions and support of President Trump. Her show, Justice with Judge Jeanine, was a big hit on Saturday nights. But things got complicated when she made some controversial comments about Representative Ilhan Omar's hijab, suggesting it was tied to Sharia law, which she said didn't align with U.S. values. Fox News took the unusual step of criticizing her remarks publicly and had private talks with her about it. While she did return to her show after being suspended, this incident highlighted the tricky balance Fox News tries to maintain between bold commentary and staying professional. Next, we delve into the ongoing challenges and departures at Fox News, behind the horrifying screen. Now, we have Shepard Smith, who left Fox News in October 2019. Smith was known for his direct reporting style and wasn't afraid to challenge the Trump administration or correct misinformation from other Fox hosts. He'd been with the network since it started in 1996 and was one of the few who often clashed with the more opinion-driven hosts, especially during Trump's presidency. Smith had public disagreements with Tucker Carlson and was even criticized by President Trump himself. When Smith left suddenly, it led many to believe there were serious internal conflicts. His exit was another sign of the ongoing tension at Fox News between its news coverage and its opinion-driven segments. Melissa Francis also left Fox News in 2020 under tough circumstances. She joined the Fox Business Network in 2012 and later became a co-host on Fox News Outnumbered. Known for her strong knowledge of finance, Francis ran into trouble when she filed a legal complaint over unequal pay, saying she was paid less than her male colleagues. Things took a dramatic turn when, right before going on air, she received a message on her teleprompter saying, "You've been canceled." Her sudden and harsh firing stirred up conversation about how Fox News treats its employees and handles pay disputes. In 2023, Geraldo Rivera left Fox News after 22 years. Rivera, who had a long career in journalism, often found himself in disagreements with his more conservative colleagues at Fox, especially on topics like immigration and Trump's policies. His willingness to speak out against conservative viewpoints made him stand out, but it also created friction. Rivera announced his firing from The Five in a social media post, drawing attention to the challenges of being a moderate voice at Fox News. His exit raised questions about how open the network is to different opinions. These high-profile exits show a pattern. Clashes between personal beliefs and the direction of the network seem to play a big role in why some of these well-known hosts leave Fox News. But as we've seen, each story brings its own unique complications too. Kimberly Guilfoyle left Fox News in July 2018, surrounded by rumors and controversy. She had been with the network since 2006, co-hosting the popular show, The Five, and often appearing on other Fox News programs. Guilfoyle was known for her strong opinions and solid support of conservative values, making her popular with the network's viewers. Initially, it seemed like she left to help Republican candidates during the 2018 midterm elections. But later, it came out that her exit was forced after an internal investigation into claims of inappropriate behavior, like sharing explicit content and discussing personal topics at work, claims she denied. This situation shined a light on how Fox News was handling misconduct issues after previous scandals. Bob Beckel and Stacey Dash also saw their careers with Fox News take a hit. Beckel's rocky time at the network ended for the second time in May 2017 after he made an offensive comment to a black co-worker, adding to his struggles with substance abuse. His firing showed that Fox News was taking racial issues more seriously. As for Stacey Dash, she was let go in January 2017 when her contract wasn't renewed, following her controversial comments on race, like questioning the need for Black History Month. Her departure hinted at a shift in Fox News' approach to commentary after the 2016 election. Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters left Fox News in March 2018. He had been with the network since 2009, often sharing his views on national security. But he grew unhappy with how closely Fox was aligning with President Trump, especially when it came to Russia. Peters felt that the network had become too supportive of Trump, and his departure highlighted growing tensions within Fox over how far they should back the administration. She suggested that concerns about the virus were part of a Democratic plot to hurt President Trump's chances for re-election. As the network shifted focus to more pandemic coverage, her show was taken off the air, showing the consequences media faces when making bold claims during a crisis. What do these departures tell us about media integrity during political crises? Like, comment, and subscribe for more.